platypuses are small, shy animals. They have a flattened head and body to help them glide through the water. Their fur, dark brown on top and tan on their bellies, is thick and repels water to keep them warm and dry even after hours of swimming. The duck-billed platypus's head and body grow to about 38 centimeters, and its tail grows to about 13 centimeters long. Their most remarkable feature is their amazing snout. It looks like a duck's bill, but is actually quite soft and covered with thousands of receptors that help the platypus detect prey. Males are also venomous. They have sharp stingers on the heels of their rear feet and can use them to deliver a strong toxic blow to any foe. Platypuses spend most of their time alone, sleeping or eating. These mammals are bottom feeders. They scoop up insects and larvae, shellfish, and worms in their bill along with bits of gravel and mud from the bottom. All this material is stored in cheek pouches and at the surface mashed for consumption. Platypuses do not have teeth, so the bits of gravel help them to chew their meal. Platypuses are long-lived, surviving 20 years or more in captivity and up to 12 years in the wild. Scientists think these fascinating creatures are the earliest relatives of modern mammals. Recent studies show that they first evolved more than 112 million years ago, well before the extinction of the dinosaurs. The first thing I'm going to do when I'm getting ready to draw is to practice some basic shapes. Let's first practice some circles. I'm going to hold my pencil loosely, not too close to the tip, loosely back a little bit, and I'm going to use my whole arm. You can see that my wrist is not bending like that. It's not bending in the middle. So I'm going to loosely draw some circles, keep going around, and I'm just balancing on my pinky finger there. So go around and around and around for some circles. I'm staying very loose, using my whole arm. My whole arm is moving. And some bigger circles. And as I keep going around, it's becoming more and more a circle. And then I can do the same thing for some little circles. I'm just not moving my arm as much. I also want to try some lines. So again, I'm holding back from the tip, moving my whole arm back and forth for some straight lines. And I want to try some rectangles. I'm going to come down, down, and then make sure that it's meeting each side at the corners. Okay, it's crossing over at the corners. There we go, crossing over. So let's try another one. Straight line, straight line, straight line crossing, straight line crossing. And that's going to get me all ready to draw. To draw my platypus, I have a light brown marker, I have an eraser, and I have a pencil. I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle. So I've got a straight line out, another straight line out, and I will connect those. So that's about half of the page, I would say. And then another line just about 1 finger below my rectangle. I'm going to start with a big oval. So this oval is going to come past half of the square. And then I've got another oval that's going to come sitting on the bottom for the rest of the square, just about half a finger away. Now the platypus has a nice big rounded tail. There we go, a nice big platypus tail. Now it's got webbed feet. So this gives us space for our webbed feet. So I'm going to come and make out kind of like drawing claws. Nice webbed feet there. And they're going to join together with the webbing. Come around his belly. And then the next foot is going to come out to the front here. I'm almost at the end of my oval here. And again, he's got some webbed feet there. There we go. I'm going to come straight up to his head. And he's got a big beak. So we're actually going to make a curved line here, and that's going to help us with his beak. And then another curved line like that. So this is going to come down and then out into a big beak, just like a duck. A bill like a duck. And this part comes up and then a little bottom part. And it actually has a hole in there for him to breathe. And he's got a little eye, and then it goes back to a little ear. So let's connect him up so we can connect our two ovals. And he's got a little bit of rumples in his fur there. And the same with the front. Let's get his shoulder in there. A little bit of a shoulder. And then he's got a little bit of a belly here. There we go. And that's our platypus. So I can take my eraser and just lightly go over. There we go. And take my brown marker. I'm going to give him his big tail, and I can go around his back, give him these little places where his fur bends. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to give him his webbed feet. So these triangles, and then this webbing in between. And then he's got some bend marks here where his leg is. That's where his fur is bending. And then to the front, we've got sort of its claws. And then we need to give it the webbed feet. We can give him his shoulder here. And then we're going to come up to his head. And we can give him his beak. There we go. We can give him his eye and the little ear. And then the other part of his beak here. We've got a line that comes down there and a line that comes down there. And that is our platypus.